Good day, welcome. This is your Daily Med with Lady V. Today's session, Acts chapter 9, verse 10 through 16. Acts chapter 9, 10 through 16. It says, there was a follower of Jesus in Damascus named Ananias. In a vision, the Lord said to him, Ananias. Ananias answered, Here I am, Lord. The Lord said to him, Get up and go to the street called Straight Street. Find the house of Judas and ask for a man named Saul from the city of Tarsus. He is there now praying. He has seen a vision in which a man named Ananias came and laid his hands on him so that he could see again. But Ananias answered, Lord, many people have told me about this man. They told me about the many bad things he did to your holy people in Jerusalem. Now he has come near to Damascus. The leading priests have given him the power to arrest all people who trust in you. But the Lord Jesus said to Ananias, Go, I have chosen Saul for an important work. I want him to tell other nations, their rulers and the people of Israel about me. I will show him all that he must suffer for me. So today the mission of Ananias, not the one that we saw in Acts chapter 5, but a devoted Jew from Damascus. He says to him, now you have a mission. I am sending you to the persecutor, Saul. He is now praying. And Saul was earnestly in prayer, seeking to know the way of salvation and the will of God. Remember, he was called. He is now being changed. He is challenged. He had not yet been saved from the law of sin and death. He himself wrote about it. But he had become awakened to his sinful state. He was startled to know that in his zeal for God, he was fighting against God and Christ. So during these 3 days of physical blindness and spiritual struggle, he was delivered from the law of sin and death. Paul himself said, up until this time, he had lived in all good conscience, thinking that what he was doing the will of God. He simply claimed that even in killing the saints, he was walking in the light he knew at the time. Acts chapter 23 and verse 1. But we will see the difference. He saw a vision of Ananias coming to him. And so now God instructed Ananias to visit Saul. One can picture the effect that this have when the news get to the Christians in Damascus. They knew that Saul was on his way to capture them. They had prayed, I guarantee you, for divine intervention and protection from God. They possibly prayed that this man would receive salvation so that he could be converted. Now they hear that their arch enemy of the faith has now become one like them. He was a Christian and they could hardly believe what they were hearing. When the Lord instructed Ananias, as we say, a believer from Damascus, to visit Saul, Ananias says, Lord, I'm telling you the truth. I'm going to pour out to you all the forbearance of my heart concerning this Saul of Tarsus. We know him to be a bad man, one who kills, one who hauls along the way and take them to jail. But God assured him that Saul was now praying instead of persecuting. So Ananias went to the house of Judah on Straight Street. Again, and not this Judas as we know, the one who betrayed the Lord, but one who was living on Straight Street. God, the Lord, has wonderful plans for Saul. The Lord said he is a chosen vessel of mine. God had already chosen this man even before the foundation of time. He says, I have a special plan and a special purpose for his life. He must bear my name before the Gentiles. He must take my name before kings and also to the children of Israel. For I will show him many things, but he will have to suffer for my name's sake. So primarily, Saul was to be the apostle to the Gentiles, and his commission would bring him before kings, but he would also preach to his fellow men, his countrymen, according to the flesh. And here he would experience from them the keenest of persecution. In a touching display of grace and love, Ananias expresses full fellowship with the new convert. He went as the Lord instructed him and lay his hands on him. Listen what he called him: Brother Saul. He acknowledged him as one who have trusted God. One who from this experience is now about to live out the plan and the purpose for which he was created. So he called him Brother Saul and explained to him his purpose, why he is there, what is the meaning of this visit. It was that Saul would receive his sight, and that he now would be one who would be carrying forth the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we see that God has a plan. He has a purpose and a mission for each one's life. He had a mission for a plan for Saul, and he had a mission for him. He had a mission also for Ananias, that he sent him to lay his hands on him so that he could receive his sight. Many today are walking in spiritual darkness, blinded by sin. But Jesus Christ has a plan and a purpose for every life. If you would only put your faith, your trust, and your confidence in him, knowing that he is the source of life. He is the one who grants salvation. And we can see he did it for Saul. One who was persecuting him is now praying, and eventually he is going to become the preacher that God has called him to be. So God bless you today. Thank you again for watching, and may God bless the you